Town Hall Heroes.
Happy birthday,
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Zoya and Bakery have joined us as regular hosts here on Town Hall Heroes. Welcome to episode number 142. Heroes of the Storm has entered 2.0, and the show has entered, 3.0? 4.0?
7.0 maybe?
5.0?
6.5.0?
Many point oh. And I'm very excited about it. So let's give a big welcome back and welcome to Bakery and Zoya.
Yeah, welcome.
We did
Guys.
it.
What's up?
And I'm literally going to play the intro again later in the show just because I'm so happy with how it came out. The bakery wink at the end.
What a great intro, man. Wow.
For those of you that are MP3 listeners, I advise you go to arcane8.com or youtube.com/arcane8 and watch the intro. We just published it because it's actually super, super good. But yeah, man, 2.0 came out, Dunkus, and you started doing Try Hard for Good. How was the first day of it?
Yeah, so yesterday I started playing with Skara, and we were basically just in comms over Discord while he got his not first look at the game, but he was, playing it again really for the first time. Not many games played before that. It was pretty crazy coaching someone who knows all about MOBAs, but doesn't have any game knowledge of Heroes. So some of the things he did were interesting to me. The things he thought were cool. My favorite part was probably that he said Probius was boring, and I hate builder heroes. So I was really excited about that. But it was cool. It was really cool.
I actually tuned into the stream for that previous game where he kept pressing CP or something for the StarCraft command for build pilot.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
That's hilarious.
He's hitting B and P. That's so funny.
Yeah. Dude, those hotkeys are so hard to use, though. Who plays StarCraft 2 and doesn't change to grid hotkeys?
Oh,
Plebs, man.
B and C. A pylon is C in Star 2, right? It's been a while. Or no, I thought pylons were E.
Yeah.
I think Highlands are E on grid, but P on
Gotcha.
Classic.
Gotcha.
Everyone uses grid, though, as far as I know. Probably old StarCraft pros who play StarCraft 2 use not grid.
So I'm a scrub, so I don't use grid. Got it.
Yeah.
Bakeru, how was your first day today in EU land?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I streamed earlier, did all my box opening, stuff like that. Last night, I hate to say, I got pretty impatient. I couldn't wait for D.Va to come out, so I hopped on NA and played some games there on my level 1 account, which had every hero unlocked. Thanks, Blizzard. Great job.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's the HCC account.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But I had everything. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, cool, man.
So, talking about cross-region, if anyone has interest in playing on multiple regions of Heroes 2.0, make sure you log in to each region with your Heroes account so you can get the mega bundles for free while they're special. The 20 heroes, you definitely want to do that if you are a person who wants to play on both NA and EU or whatever other regions.
And your Smurf, too.
And Smurf account.
And your Smurf, yeah.
Yeah, every account that you have, just log it in.
Yeah, just do it now because it's limited time only for that.
Yeah.
That deal. Which
20 heroes, it's insane, dude. It's so much value.
I mean, before we even
heroes.
talk to Zoya, let's keep him quiet for a minute. Let's
The show hasn't changed at all, by the way. Still exactly the
Nothing's
same.
changed in your absence.
I want them to make those mega bundles a permanent. I think it's a great addition to the game. It makes accessibility to MOBAs because League of Legends is a game that I'll basically never try to get into at this point because there's just such a huge gap of content that I don't have. It's kind of like WoW, right? They've had to make WoW more accessible over time with the XP crunch and stuff because the amount of content there is to grind through is just too damn high. And Heroes is, after 2 years, there's a lot more heroes than there was at launch. But, we'll see. Zoya, my friend, how's your 2.0
man.
life?
Pretty good. I didn't get to play much today because I was busy. Fun story: I went to the store today, and I was going through the self checkout, and there was a long line, and this little kid was like, "Hey, man, I see you here all the time. You know, you haven't been here recently, but you've been here a lot in the past. I'll let you cut in front of me. You got seniority in this situation." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Okay, cool. Seniority, I like it. Like, you know, people have respect for seniority in real life. Unlike this show, where I have over 100 episodes on, yet Dunk Train is still before me in the intro. Seniority doesn't mean anything on Town Hall Heroes, but in my real life it does, and it made my day so much better.
And on that note, we're going to make you all watch the intro again.
So,
Welcome here to Town Hall Heroes.
All right. That was to settle down all the requests.
That wink is glorious. That wink is glorious.
what a fantastic intro.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. You know, sitting at 100 and something episodes. Donk's at like 60 or something. I don't know, but
did you actually count? Did you go through and look at every VOD?
No.
I wonder what your last episode was.
I did 102.
102.
It
was probably
shortly after
141.
Well, yeah, 141 too. That one was pretty recent as well. But before that, it was like I did like a few episodes after I left the show as a host, and then recently.
Yeah.
And the holiday episode too.
Town Holiday. Yeah.
Town Holiday.
The classic. All right. Well, naturally, there's a lot to talk about in the Heroes realm. If you haven't seen the news somehow, some way, D.Va was the hero that they revealed in the trailer. So we all got debated by that first GIF they showed us. Everyone's like, "It's a dragon! Did you hear that rumble? Did you see the fire? Deathwing is coming to the Nexus!"
I can't believe Blizzard baited us like that. What assholes, right? How dare they? How dare they? All right, they should have come up the moment someone was like, "That's Deathwing," and be like, "No, it's D.Va," right away. How dare they?
That would have been the
That's a good point, yeah.
How dare they?
By the way, guys, I hate mystery novels. Like, if I don't know the end of the book right away, I just hate it. I lose interest. Doesn't get me hyped at all.
Yeah.
No, it's...
In all seriousness now, it was a bit weird. They did, like slashes down the sign, and then it's like, who even made this? Like, did Genji miss some shurikens, or like...
I think once I saw
Diablo.
the trailer, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, when you see the trailer, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't. Just people ran away with their imaginations, and I can't believe I got upset at Blizzard for it. But
I mean, come on, this is a bit misleading though. Like when they say something lurks, it's like, and then they say announcing a new hero, something lurks in Hanamura. Like
every comment section had those claws are way too small for Deathwing. And then someone's like, no, his growl sounds just like the cinematic from Cataclysm.
Dude, the people saying the growl sounded like it made no sense to me, dude. How can you possibly tell one from another?
Do you speak Dragon Dunk? Clearly you
I do,
don't.
actually.
Oh, shit.
I do.
I was personally hyped for Deathwing, but I'm also just as hyped for D.Va. I just think it's a little ridiculous. People are blaming Blizzard for this.
All right, so here's my 2 cents on it. This is the second time the community has been debated for a badass dragon, because the first teaser they did for Chromie was her Dragon's Eye ability, which is the shadow of a big ass dragon flying above. Yeah. So people are like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be Ysera!" And people got so excited, and then it's like a fucking gnome. I'm like, this is the ultimate disappointment. Like,
oh, what? Chromie's on?
All right, you know, I don't hate Chromie, but she's not the big ferocious dragon I want. Dude, I'm a dragon nerd. I play dragon decks back in Magic the Gathering. I play Clash Royale, and I specifically built a dragon like style deck, which is like not a thing, but I still try to do it in every sense I can. And I can sympathize with those people that are like, "Yo, we wanted that dragon," but I can also sympathize with the D.Va fans because, baby, I like me some D.Va.
Yeah, that is a good point about that Chromie announcement there.
Yeah.
I think Blizzard is just really, really bad at trying to tease dragons or something. I don't know. It's like the kryptonite.
Tease a dragon this time though. They weren't trying to cheese the dragon at all. It was just happened to be. I think the cinematic itself. If you look at the cinematic, remove Deathwing's thought. Genji and D.Va versus Diablo with Diablo's art style and the Overwatch cinematic universe.
Dude.
So good. That cinematic actually gave me chills. I loved it.
Me too, man.
The Overwatch style Diablo is so cool.
perfect,
It's like
man.
such a nice touch, dude. To like convert it to that universe, like stylistically, it was a really nice touch.
I loved everything about the trailer, and I hate the fact that it's getting like not as much hype, not as much love because people are upset over like someone thinking it was Deathwing and then everyone else believing him.
So I actually went out of my way to go to like a different subreddit to read the reviews, and a lot of people tend to like on our games. There was a post about it, and there was a lot of comments that were actually not so hyped about it either. And the criticism was like, Genji keeps slicing Diablo, but you see no actual damage being done. There's like one horn that gets chopped off or something. But
so
like,
it's just like real heroes. Genji auto attacks Diablo and does no damage.
Makes sense.
But it was interesting
effective.
just to see that feedback. I thought it was super, super hype.
I loved it, dude.
Yeah, like the more
Like I got
videos
spoiled
like
beforehand that it was going to be D.Va because of the ad leak.
Yeah.
But knowing it was going to be D.Va, when she came flying in, and like Genji's like, "Don't wait, what did he say? Like, bring your friends," or like, "Don't fight alone," or something. Whatever that was, I instantly got chills. Like, oh yeah, D.Va. I'm not hyped about the hero. She's probably going to be anti-fun. I can see her defense matrix being interesting, but
yeah, I'm a little concerned about it as well.
I'm actually so excited, right, for the kit reveal of D.Va, because it's something I said a bit last week, which is like, I don't think Blizzard commit. Like, they get an idea and they're like, that's close enough. That's like 99%. Like, we're happy with that, right? So, like, but Defense Matrix, like, that surely has to block projectiles. And that has to be in a kit, surely.
yeah,
So,
that's why I'm scared. It seems.
What are they going to do? Are they going to do it? Like, are they going to
Defense
commit?
That seems nuts to me. Like, there are so many projectiles that can just negate it constantly.
What if
if it's
like,
anything simple?
What if it's like a Johanna shield glare, but it just gives all your allies like armor, like true, like
Yeah,
armor.
like, come on, like, that'd be so bad. Like,
I don't
They have
think
done
so.
a reasonable job of porting over every Overwatch hero so far. There are obvious tweaks and stuff, and changes to ults and stuff. Obviously, with like Zarya and Lucio's situation, and of course Genji as well with X Strike. Those aren't in Overwatch clearly, but they've done a pretty good job of capturing the feel of each one of those heroes to where it translates almost perfectly.
Yeah.
So I don't see them changing any of. That's what scares me. I don't see them changing Defense Matrix from its intended design in Overwatch.
So
which is Black Devils.
the stream was still going on after the cinematic happened. The servers like went up like immediately.
Yeah.
So I logged in and I started playing games and I turned off the stream because I was streaming myself. Did they talk about D.Va at all? Because I didn't.
The only thing Cloaken mentioned, he wanted to talk about. Apparently, they were originally supposed to talk about her kit, and they couldn't last minute. Cloaken did mention that in the cinematic, where Genji jumps on top of D.Va's mech and is riding it, that is a feature in game. People can ride on D.Va's mech.
He didn't say that explicitly.
That's not what he said.
He did not say that explicitly. He said if you watch the cinematic closely, like there are a lot of things in that are parts of her kit. I took that to mean
I
that.
didn't.
That's
Okay,
why I put it in
McIntyre.
Skype.
Okay, someone
That's
said
why I
that
put
to
it
me.
in Skype.
Oh, maybe it was you that said it to me. No,
Yeah.
it was you. You posted it in this chat, in our town hall chat. Okay,
was-
I just believe Dunk straight up. That Cloaken was like explicitly, "You can ride D.Va," and I just sounded like an asshole on stream. Dunk baited me so hard.
I was trying to mean because I thought it would be silly, but like it would be funny if that was actually a thing because that's what I took from that. The way he said that hint was like just going way out there.
All right.
But I don't actually expect that.
Dunk mega bait. I've been so hyped. I was talking about with Dream last night. You get to ride D.Va.
Yo, get ready for
Mega
the Asmodan D.Va strat where you go all shall burn and she just like flies around at you with the all shall burn going.
and then you helping hand the D.Va, like, once he's done, and Asmodan comes as well.
Asmo comes as well. Yeah. New
I'm
strats
so-
coming.
Anyway,
I'm so hyped to be riding a D.Va mech like a Chromie or something. Damn.
so it's funny, right? That Dunk, like what you took from that was also like allies can ride D.Va because we were watching it as a team, and it's like, all right, funny story quickly. So everyone thought the cinematic was gonna be like played first or something. Like Steam's gonna start cinematics played, and then then they do the show mats, whoever. Then they talk a bit to the devs. So the show started at the same time as scrim time in EU. So every single team is just like, hey guys, like, let's wait like 5-10 minutes, like let's play this, let's watch the cinematic and then we can scrim. So everyone was sat there for 40 minutes just watching this like stuff, going, oh come on, get a cinematic, we want to scrim. Like, so we watched it as a team, and as soon as Cloakin says that, Stitch is like, Ally's gonna ride D.Va. I'm calling it. Like,
I hope so, because I got
amazing.
really excited about that. If I'm baited by Dunk, I'm gonna be so butthurt. Yeah. I'm sad we didn't get to see any kit reveal,
Well, something to look forward to, I guess.
but yeah, something to look forward to. Like people are always so. They try and find the negatives in things. We got so much stuff yesterday that I don't want to like harp about. Oh, we didn't get a D.Va kit. There's still a million things we haven't even explored
Dude,
yet.
tonight's show is literally just like celebrating all the cool shit we did get. Like, so I saw a stat. There's more skins that were launched yesterday than in the last 6 months of the game. Like, some of them are just reskins and stuff like that. The subreddit, if you take a look at this graphic, obviously if you're listening to MP3, it's not super helpful to you, but I will explain it to you. This is the grid of the Heroes of the Storm subreddit in its existence. Had a bunch of spikes during the initial announcements back at BlizzCon. You can see this is BlizzCon 2013 when it was first announced. Then you can see there's another spike when they probably announced some more info. Then there's a lot of growth around the launch. And the launch day is sitting at, this is like, I don't know how many.
Enough.
Like 1,000 people joined the subreddit in that day or whatever it is. And that's when it probably, I think it says July 13. So this is a month after launch, the subreddit hit 100,000. So basically, ever since June last year, June 2015, the game was at, basically 100,000 subs. And we've only gone at 50,000 since then. But we had a 1,500 day, bigger than the launch day of the game during the 2.0 launch, which is honestly a really impressive stat in my opinion. And it's just really exciting.
Agreed.
For sure.
So that's the one thing. There's so much to talk about though in terms of the new stuff. Did you guys get like any cool shit from your loot boxes? What level did you guys all get when 2.0 came out?
Not very high.
That's a good question.
I'm
Hero level or
550
account
something.
level?
Account level. What dunk?
I'm 550 something on my
550.
main account.
Yeah, I mean, considering you and Bakery are both like literally playing custom games most of your hero's career, like all the time, you don't get any XP for that, so that sucks.
I don't.
I'm logging in.
Mine was lower than everyone I played with, so
Okay.
I don't remember the exact number, but
Okay,
yeah.
I got
Mine's low.
I got 820, which is pretty good. I want to give me 1,000, but I'm at 834 now. It's so quick to level up though. Getting the one level and the loot boxes since the
So you mean hero level, not account level?
account level or player level?
They're
It's
the same thing.
level. What are you
One of
talking
them's
about,
like
Zoya?
one of them says like one of them always says below 100, and then the other
Yeah,
one's like a lot higher.
The one that's below 100, it just resets every time it gets to 100
Yeah.
and then starts a new
It's
color.
like Overwatch, Zoya.
It's like Overwatch.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly like
well, how
Overwatch.
the hell do you tell what number they are by looking at that number?
So
Well,
Zoya-
that's actually one of my complaints about the system.
Right. We'll get there in a
Um,
second. That's what I'm trying to set up here is just basically when you log in, you see how mine's purple, Zoya, and it says 834. If I go to progression, you can see 834. So when you hit 800, it's just going to be a pretty basic hexagon. When you hit 825, the hexagon gets fancier. 850, it gets even fancier. 875, it's super fancy. And then you hit 900.
So the purple diamond hexagon is 800, I assume.
Right. This is 800. So if you look at summary, it says player level 834. But if
That
I'm
makes sense.
to go to my friends list and look at this guy, we can see that he's
David.
1184. And it's like
What
this
the
green.
hell?
It's got this additional thing on the top, all this green stuff. The highest I've seen was like 13, I think. You can see all these, like KO. KO is way up there.
Dream was
KO's
pretty high.
1147, and he's got
Dream
these,
was over 1,000. I don't remember exactly where he ended,
yeah.
but he was the highest.
You can tell by these different ticks. It's showing on the side like it's a little bit fancier. LZ is also over 1,000.
Oh, Peck the Mage just linked.
The breakdown of the colors. Yeah.
Green is 100, teal's 200, purple's 300, red's 400, yellow 500. Green plus 1 gem is 600. Teal plus 1 gem is 7. So once you hit it's like Overwatch.
Dude, look at
when
Sunshine.
you hit 600, you get the silver border. In this game, when you hit 600, you get a gem.
Yeah.
So each gem, I assume, represents 600.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. Because Sunshine's
Wait, no,
Math.
500. 500. Come on.
500.
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah.
I mean Sunshine's 1348, and he's
This
got the
thing
2
says
gems.
green plus 1 gem is 600.
I mean that seems
and
right.
green is 100. So.
Green is 100? Okay.
Yeah, that's how maths works. Yep.
I'm just trying to figure out. I know how math works, you dingus. I'm just trying to figure out how the system works so I recognize the colors and stuff better.
I am 772, by the way.
Nice.
I was like 500, I think. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool having this progression tab too, because I did a quick stream today. Played 10 games. I say quick stream is like 6 hours or 5 hours or whatever. But you 10 games, and the fact that the game shows you like who's closest to leveling, I was like, all right, I'm just going to play literally the hero that it suggests first each time. And I got 10 loot boxes in 10 games and gained 10 levels. I was like, that's dope. Like, that's actually super fun. And it got me to like really just bounce around a bunch of different heroes. I mean, I think I played a different hero each game today. So yeah, it's kind of a nice little feature for me as like, just when it comes to like, I want to grind. I just want loot boxes today. It's a lot faster than you earn loot boxes in Overwatch, that's for sure. Zoe hates it.
No, I hate the fact that I saw you play Cho.
Well, he was the one that suggested, brother. And have you played the new Cho at all?
No, I have not.
He's really fun, actually.
It's a lot of fun,
It's way
actually.
more fun. It's way more fun.
It's way better.
Yeah.
You're not going to convince Soya.
It was my first time playing the new Cho, actually. So, but sweet. Well, and what's your favorite bit of loot you guys got each?
I tweeted it out. I think it's like a Cyberpunk Toronto skin.
Oh,
I love it. It's my favorite skin in the whole. It's between that and the Diablo 3.
This one, the one I'm using?
Yes, I love that skin. I ride the purple Nexus surfboard thing, and it looks so cool. That's my favorite skin, as well as the Diablo. Leia's Diablo. I don't know what you call the actual.
Oh, Julia, you got to ride the Celestial Steed.
Primeval
Diablo.
Primeval Diablo is really cool. Its mount animation is so terrifyingly scary. It looks so creepy.
Yeah, it really does. The Diablo's insane. The Celestial Steed is soups decent.
It's the coolest mount.
How do you get
horses? You have to spend real money in the game right now. I can't use it in dry mode. I'll just play like a random shitter game.
Okay.
Isn't that all your games, Jake?
Yeah.
My favorite bit of loot I got was Executor Zeratul and also Ara Executor Zeratul. Like, those skins, man. It looks amazing.
A favorite skin for me, it might be the Neon.
Show on stream, Jake. Show on stream.
Neon Hammer. All right, here's the mount. So look at this mount. I'm gonna take it away for a minute. And then, look at this. As you scroll through space.
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude. It's
I didn't
insane.
realize, what?
Yeah.
But I have to spend money. That's so good, though. That is
right. You can drop $3, I think.
Oh, thanks for the permission, bro.
I'm your accountant, and
$3.
you have permission to spend $3.
Thank you, my man. I'm gonna get this mount after the show.
Mm-hmm. No, it looks sick though.
Yeah, I love it. That's
love.
cool.
I mean, let's look for. Is the new hero in there? Is D.Va? She's lost in space. It's really cool, man. They've done a wonderful job with that. I had no idea.
Danger, Will Robinson.
What?
You said Lost in Space.
Oh, okay, good, great, grand, excellent. And
Yeah.
Favorite announcer?
I don't think I've played with them anymore on.
What?
Wow.
You know, I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of them. Like,
I listen to music, so I like as minimal game sound as possible. So
Yeah.
I got Arthur's announcer. That was pretty cool.
I got Rhaegar and Brightwing. They're both cool.
Brightwing's one of the legendary. I got Brightwing and Abathur.
I've been using Nazebo because I like witch doctors. So
Nazebos, I haven't even heard him.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys are gonna have the same experience as me, right? But when I was young-ish, I was playing Wrath of Lich King, right? I was questing through it, and you know that whole like area north end, like that troll area.
Grizzly Hills.
No, it's not Grizzly Hills. It's
In
like
Northrend?
Draktheron
No,
Keep
it's-
or something.
Draktheron. Oh, east of Dalaran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The second
troll
zone on
area?
the right
Yeah.
side of the continent.
yeah, and it's got the big
It's,
troll temple
it's
and
north
stuff.
of Grizzly
Anyway,
Hills. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a whole like quest line there where it's like
Zoldrak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Chad.
Zodrak, yeah. And you're working for a troll who's working for the Lich King, and he's like narrating your questing.
That quest line's sick.
And that was like my favorite quest line, right? So when I got the Arthur's announcer, I was like, oh yeah, like it's like the same experience, right? It's like Arthur's is narrating my game, like again.
That's actually amazing.
And the voice sounds super cool.
Jeez.
There's some trolley ones, which is fun. I haven't listened to Stitches.
Butcher's got a pretty good one.
Yeah, Butcher's is good.
Well, Butcher and Murky just say, well, like what, fresh meat and.
It's like 5 different ways of saying fresh meat, coupled
No.
with like 5
Some
different
growls.
growls, and that's the pack. Like,
Yeah.
ship it, boys.
Brightwings is good. I need the Rhaegar one for Bloodlust this year. Oh,
I have one.
yeah. So it's interesting though because it only it's only for the player perspective. I don't think there's anything for the observer side because the maps still have their own like guardians,
I think,
right?
I think that's preferred
Yeah.
and should stay that way
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
awesome because that brings character to all the maps as well. So, but announcer packs are cool. I've been using a lot of the Murden one because I like dwarves. But yeah, cool. Well, lots of content.
I'm a bit upset with the sprays.
Why?
I wish they were a little bigger in game.
Ah.
They're a little too small for my taste. It feels like half the time I spray, it's like blocked by stuff, and then it despawns, and like people don't really see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they made it that small because it's like a frame rate type thing. Like if you make it bigger, it'll start lagging the game or something. I have no idea. I'm not a programmer, but I would like this maybe like a 30% increase on sprays size. I don't know.
I'm with you on that. I think on the flip side though, I've already seen people be like they're worried about it being annoying and distracting, and people don't want.
Isn't that the point?
I mean, it is, but people are afraid of clutter, right? Because there's already like there's a good cooldown on the spray. You can't spam it. I find Cho'Gall value because you get to both spam the same spray, and that's fun. And that's like
That's the real value.
No. The real value, each Viking gets their own spray.
oh.
So
We did that in the share match. Just saying, we worked that one out.
I didn't
before anyone
see that
else.
there, but
Can you
yeah,
micro the
Caps
sprays
did-
individually
yes.
on Vikings?
Yeah, I think so, right? I think that's what Cap was doing yesterday in our game.
That's amazing. That's so OP. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
That's why I said like a 30% increase, because it feels like the feature is at least so new to me that I want to use it, and we're B step, so we love the forms of like taunting and BM and stuff, and
You're
I
not-
just feel like
you're
we
B-step, you're not BM
tried
spray,
so
man.
many times to like do like little cool like let's line up and get like a layer of sprays down, let's like see what cool like little combos we can do with sprays, and half the time it was like body blocked by the heroes or stuff, so I just want a little bit bigger.
So here's what I was thinking, right? Like this is a lot of work. I don't think it should have been like out with launch, but I think that's something that they can work on over time. It's just like a dynamic, like anti-clutter system. So, like, if you spray like next to your core when your forts are still up, that just stays there forever, right? Like that doesn't need to go away.
Wait, what?
So
Sorry.
your spray.
Yeah.
So let's say it's 2 minutes in, you died, you come out of your base, you drop your spray like next to your core, it just stays there because that's no clutter. And then when the enemy team starts pushing the keep or whatever, then it starts to become, okay, maybe that's clutter now, and then it fades. Right? But if you put it like in an out of combat area, it should just stay there.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting. I mean, I can understand why they make them fade so fast, but I don't think you should have that big of a delay on. Maybe like increase the cooldown on spraying, but also increase its duration on the ground, or something. Because I feel like I don't know. It's hard to make a point with the sprays. Like the whole point of the sprays is to taunt. And a lot of the time when I spray, I feel like I should have just B-stepped instead.
Yeah. I think my only other thing that I want to see, like in terms of like these cosmetics, is like the sprays. I agree wholeheartedly. They need to like stay or be bigger or something along those lines to make it feel a little bit more oomph. Because like they've got all these cool things. There are some bugs that exist. I was playing Genji today, and I kept doing my voice line, thinking he'd be like, mata mata, like cool, like Genji quotes, and he kept playing one of Cassia voice lines, and I was like, what is happening? Like, this is so weird. And then when I died,
my voice translator is broken.
Basically. But they've done the master taunt thing, which is whatever. But the banners are kind of still like, Like
it took me like several games to even notice one.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's where my horde banner is. It ended up on Mert Camp.
And like if you look at the way Dota does banners, they're like part of the map. And granted, Dota has one map that's easy to do. But like I still hope they, further explore this. Like maybe eventually they make a banner mount, a mount that like has the banner on it all the time. And I think maybe that'll be a cool HGC incentive. Maybe that'll be like the first time they ever do it, where like you get a banner mount for HGC, and it's something all the teams can use, and they release a pack of all the HGC banners. Because I've been saying that since day one, mounted with team banners would be the coolest shit. We have banners in the game. Now just slap one on a mount, and like we're good.
Yeah.
So the thing I was thinking about banners is that it's really not visible, like who did it. So I know what the concept was. From like one of the posts that they did, they said like, oh, we were thinking, well, it'd be cool if you could take down a fort and then you could say, this is my fort, look what I just did.
Right.
But what ends up in practice is that everyone uses all the cool ones, right? So there's like 4 people on a team using the Zerg ones.
Yeah.
And then
the Zerg ones are like the most visible too by
like
a wide
them.
margin.
Yeah,
like.
by a long way.
Yeah.
So then, exactly, and this is what I mean. Even in this video, you can see I took this fort, Sylvanas. That's not what it says. It says I took this fort. Who took the fort?
Right.
Like
the banners aren't like hero specific. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you just had like a name or something, like a floating text name, like this fort, and then like floating text like bakery at the top or something, like
Maybe,
yeah.
I feel like
seems
I'd really
so
prefer
easy
that.
for that to get cluttered and annoying, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you say that, but when was the last time you noticed that mercenaries actually have a description of what they do under their camp timer, as well
That's
as
true.
healing fountains? The whole game have this thing written saying,
yeah.
tap this to get health and mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, it doesn't clutter that
do not
much,
even
especially
notice
not
that.
once you're used to it.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love this. The kill toss. He's like, I already have one. It's the fucking
Yeah.
right
Someone brings
wing-
up a good point about the sprays. About if you compare them to Overwatch sprays, because in Overwatch you can make sprays really fun and dynamic. If you like get a spray in a play of the game, or you spray after you get like a team wipe or something, it like when you see that in the play of the game, it's like, oh yeah, that was a sick spray. You BM'd them. You don't really have that impact in a MOBA because there's no play of the game. There's no
That's
like
true.
highlights at the end of the game. So maybe that's why sprays feel like they fall a little flat.
I mean, you say that until you watch some HGC recaps and somebody drops a spray bomb right in the middle of like a sick 3-man kill or something. Like,
Dude, my favorite
it
spray.
could happen.
I love the cheese spray.
I don't have it. Yeah, there's a lot of
the
nice
cheese
ones.
the cheese animated spray is so fun.
Yo,
And the
Rhaegar.
thumbs up. Dude, the thumbs up's fun.
the paper Rhaegar.
Paper Rhaegar is so cute.
Yeah, Baker. I was already hovering it. I'm like, that shit is my jam. Paper Rhaegar and Paper Chen. The paper ones in general are like my favorite.
Paper Stitches is my favorite so far.
Yeah,
but
I like Paper Rhaegar. He's the
I just
dog.
love Stitches.
I like the owl too, but yeah, this cigar is so cute.
I mean, I think this is where we're going. There's a lot of cool stuff, but I haven't played a game yet where I thought that was cool in the game. I've only thought these were cool in the menus so far.
That's fair. Yeah. Fear me.
I mean, I'd say there's a few. Like for the most part, yes, 100% agree. There are a few unique situations. Like again, the Diablo skin. The Primeval Diablo skin. That in-game looks phenomenal, right? There are a few other skins that look phenomenal in-game.
Well, I was talking about sprays, though.
Yeah, sprays and banners. I think the sprays and banners just, like, they don't feel like they're big enough, maybe, or visually loud enough, you know? Compared to that, like, seeing them in this menu, it's, like, really awesome. They're really cool. But then in-game, maybe they just aren't large enough. Like, the only banner that I really noticed, unless I was actually looking for it, is the Zerg one. And I think that was just because for some reason the tentacle was like 5 times the size of any other banner that I'd seen. Like, it was just huge on our keep, and I think, holy, it was like the size of an actual tower in-game, whereas I feel like all the other banners are like really small visual profiles. Maybe that's why it feels that way.
I mean, I think the other issue is that Merc camps have actually always had banners.
Yeah.
And so, like, they just kind of blend in. Right? They're kind of scenery now, like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Whereas the Zerg one's not a banner, really. Like.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe that's why you might be right, because the silhouette is so different.
Yeah, so that's actually different. Whereas the most other banners just fit in the universe, right? Like, it feels like it's from the Nexus. So it doesn't really stand out to you, but the Zerg one, you're like, what the? Like, what's that?
Yeah.
Why is Jake left in the middle of the show, by the way?
I don't know.
Does someone know?
Just Jake things.
Just ran off.
The talented ones are still here, so we can carry on the show.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys think about the actual loot box system with you know, how you get one every hero level, you know, when you reach certain tiers you get unlock a few more, you get the veteran ones, mixed in with the ability to re-roll. Being veterans of the game who have infinite more levels than everyone else, most of us have almost everything unlocked now. How, as a veteran, how do you guys feel about the loot box system? Were you happy with how the gold reroll worked and stuff? Because you both said you had over 1,000. The Baker said over 1,000 levels, right? I'm sure you had like so much stuff to open. And if you went through all your gold re-rolling, like how complete is your collection right now?
Yeah, I dropped like 20 grand on Heroes. Well, maybe more actually. No, actually, I dropped like 32. Holy.
Yeah, I dropped about 70 grand on rerolls.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. You own every hero.
Yeah, no. I think this was one of my core arguments for not giving more rewards to veteran players. Was it felt like for me right now I'm sat on around 11,000 shards. I haven't even bought any skins yet. Like, you know, I didn't get the Primeval Diablo skin. So as soon as I
play him,
like get a chance to sit down, I'm gonna buy one of the skins for Primeval Diablo, and then, you know, maybe, I don't know. There's like that oil skin. I got one tint, but I might just get all 3 because it's so amazing. So
yeah, because I don't even feel like I'm that like my level. I can actually check right now. I think it's like in the 400s. I don't know.
But yeah, like I have so many shards, I don't really know what to do with it. Yeah.
Well, see,
like
I kind of regret spending all the shards. I spent like, I don't know,
I spent a lot.
At least 10,000 shards. Building a bunch of different things I wanted. I built a bunch of legendary skins. I think I got a couple announcers. But when they roll around a holiday event, which is inevitable with Overwatch, they have the holiday events. They have exclusive items that can only be attained during that event through those special holiday loot boxes. Like they did a FIFA one, or it was the Olympic Summer Games is what it was.
Summer Games, yeah.
And they did a bunch of they did holiday ones, Halloween, whatever. Anyways, you can craft those skins, but it costs 3,000, whereas the normal skin costs like 1,600, right? As just like heroes. So in theory, if you have 11,000 shards, like you said, that's 3 really badass holiday things. And if you're really into Easter, which just passed, and thank God we didn't get something like another Funny Bunny Murky, like Funny Bunny Stitches or something. We don't have to worry about that. But whatever that, they'll do like a Winterville or do like a Midsummer Fire Festival type thing. I expect that to be like maybe the first event for heroes. You can use those shards to craft that limited exclusivity kind of item, which is cool.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked was because I'm only at 481 level, and I still feel like there's plenty for me to unlock, but not an absurd amount. Right? Like I've got almost everything I want, and a few things I don't want.
If I had to guess, they pushed the game out with a ton of new content, and they have an entire new loot box series ready with like 100 new items, and they're probably working on another one after this, if I had to guess. Because this is the kind of content pipeline that you have to plan far in advance for. You don't just throw everything you have out right away, even though it was an obscene amount of content. So I'm looking forward to little pumpkin emojis in the chat and shit like that in the future and all that kind of stuff.
Has anyone broken down the actual loot boxes themselves? Because if the store right now is actually pretty daunting. There are so many things you can get between the emojis, between the sprays, between the voice lines. There's so much new things you can get right now. Is it all available in every single type of loot chest you can get right now? Are certain things only in the veteran loot chest? Like where
you can get everything from any loot box, period.
So the whole thing is open right now.
Everything is open. Every item. So there was a horse mount that was given out at an event in China last year. It's a golden horse. You could only get it for an event in China. I never had it. I got it in one of my first loot boxes. I actually got 2 of them already. Woohoo! And there's also the Heroes of the Dorm Kerrigan. That's brand new. I got that in a loot box. The cheerleader Kerrigan. Everything. You can get anything from any loot box. Like the different veteran versus epic versus legendary. Just the veteran are guaranteed legendary. Epic are guaranteed an epic, and rare are guaranteed a rare. That's the only actual distinct thing. Oh, and veteran have 5 items versus 4. But veteran can never be attained again. You get your veteran loot boxes, and that's it.
Okay. Yep. But every single item in the shop right now is across all the types of loot boxes you can get.
I mean, probably not every single one, I would imagine. Like, I'd imagine the Celestial Steed, you cannot get it from a loot box because it's a promotional item for buying something with real money, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you can't get old BlizzCon mounts in the loot boxes.
Okay. That's
that would annoy me if they start doing stuff like that in loot boxes. I think
like the Hearthstone mount, which can only be achieved by playing Hearthstone or whatever. Right? Those crossover special promotional things are different, sure. But yeah, I don't know. Seems pretty cool. But yeah, Zoe, to answer your question in terms of what we have, I still get loot boxes that have 4 items I don't already own. Like if I look at my skins tab, you can see I own most of the things, but almost every hero has a skin or a tint where I need 2 to 3 of, except for Falstad, apparently, because Falstad only has 11 skins. That's surprising considering how old of a hero he is. As for mounts, I have everything except for a bunch of shitty horses I always pass on. 1 mechanical mount?
Look up unowned so you can see what one it is.
Oh, the Spectre Phantom. And then 2 magic.
Wow, Jake.
Shitty Heroes of the Dorm ones. I have a lot of things. I'm missing a ton of banners, though.
Yeah.
I'm missing.
There are just so many pieces.
How many heroes are in the game right now? What's the hero count?
60 something.
If you count Vikings
65.
as 1.
65.
If you count Vikings as 1, it's 65?
Yeah.
So the reason I bring this up is I feel like I'm curious how they're going to handle loot boxes in the future, because if you just look at voice lines alone, there's 4 voice lines you can unlock for each hero. So you times that by 65, just voice lines alone. That is a lot of stuff. So I'm just curious as to when they release, like you said, the Halloween loot box, will it still be looting every single item across the entire board?
I'm sure it'll be tuned to favor 30 or 70-30 towards the new items or something like that. Yeah,
there's just so much stuff that they added that's so cool. But sometimes when I'm looking at this list, man, it's just like
There's a
like
lot.
the best. It's daunting. It's just so much, and it's not a bad thing. I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining. There's just so much to unlock, and that gives me motivation to keep playing. But that's why I asked Bakery, where he was at like 1300 level or whatever. Like, how much could he still unlock? Because for me, there's still a drive. Like Jake said earlier, right? He does the little which character's next to level, right? So we can keep unlocking loot boxes because we're still got a lot to unlock. But for sort of player who again is in the 1%, Bakery is unique and across the heroes game played. I was just curious where he stood in the completion section. Does he still have stuff to work towards or not?
Yeah.
Okay. I am so far off. So I just scrolled down my skin list right now. I'd say I'm averaging between 30 and 40% of skins per hero. Like Valor, I have 2 out of 18.
What?
Wow.
Like, Zeratul, I'm 5
player.
out of 16. Li Ming, I'm 4 out of 19. Like, I'm just really I'm just missing so much. Check out banners,
Li Ming
3 out
has
of 20.
19 skins?
Kerrigan is 21, by the way.
What the?
So yeah, I'm really far off. I'm like
Okay.
20% complete, maybe. That's optimistic.
That's
I mean, I think the reason like Jake has so many, for example, it's all about how many you've carried into 2.0 from 1 or from before 2.0. Because like every skin you had in
you get all 3 tints
before was all 3 tints. So like, it's insane actually how much stuff there is to unlock if you didn't have all the skins going in. But it's better because you can targeted pick the one tint you actually are going to get value from.
Like this one. The bust is very nice.
Yeah.
I will use this in every game.
We didn't talk about it earlier, but I think it's a new skin. I could be silly, but the Cyberhawk Kael'thas skins, those look dope, dude. I got the
Cyberhawk's been here, but
it's been here?
The new steampunk one.
With the new head.
I just got the Cyberhawk one yesterday, the orange one. I was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
I actually got all 3 of the Cyberhawk Kael'thas, and I was like, wow, these look so good.
Yeah.
So I actually kept all 3 of them. Yeah.
Nice.
This is the new Kael'thas. They took the old steampunk one. They made a Stormbot, which is like he's got a robot head and he's got like robot legs. So it's supposed to be like just a full-on mechanical KT, which is pretty cool. It's like it's kind of like the Star Queen Li Ming. There used to be Star Princess, now there's Star Queen.
Yeah, I think that's just a new skin. Like I looked at it.
It is
on beta. I thought it was just like they gave her a crown, like gave an extra bracer or something. It's just a new skin.
Yeah. But it's it's like a retune of a different skin. Where the hell is she?
You know what blows my mind? You guys remember way back in, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, way back in Alpha, that Horde Prince Arthur skin? Why haven't they brought that back? That was legitimately my favorite skin in the entire game. That thing's so cool, and I just look at their Arthas skins. There was a Horde Prince Arthur skin back when I was NA's only Arthas player, because he was so bad back then. His kit was completely different. But he had a Horde Prince Arthas skin. He looked like Prince Arthas with the blonde hair and stuff, but he had like Horde banner. Like he looked like he was Horde though.
This one was Alliance.
They removed from the game.
Alliance, and they took the Alliance logo off his cape, and then they had a Horde version of it too. Yeah. And I don't know why
I'm linking in Skype. I know why that never came back.
Okay, well we'll move on then. But that was like my favorite skin, like ever.
It's like it was Blizzard's Dota in StarCraft 2 Arthur's model, so they would have need to like remake the thing. I guess they just never did.
That Horde Arthas was so cool. I know. I'm sorry I brought that up randomly, but I just was like, look at their Arthas, like, man, I loved that skin, and I'm so sad they never brought it back. It was one of the coolest skins this game's ever made.
My favorite thing about looking at this model is that Frostmourne looks exactly the same in that model.
Feels bad. Feels Frostborn, man.
They just didn't bother, dude.
This was like 3 years ago Alpha, right? So like they removed it still in Alpha. And like in Tech Alpha, I think they removed the skin still then. So it's been a while since we've seen it. But I love that skin, man. It was my favorite.
So, if you guys didn't see this on Reddit or Twitter yesterday, Blizzard sent out a bunch of these loot boxes, and I'm sorry if you didn't get one, Bakery and Zoe, I love you. But we got these physical loot boxes in the mail, jam-packed with, like, cool shit 5 shirts, and you can find the shirts at Jinx if you just go to @JINX. I've got like this Jägermeister Malfurion, which is going to look super. Baker doesn't like to play support heroes or anything. He wouldn't like this. It looks kind of weird on the green screen.
Wait, yeah, some of it's green screen. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This one looks even weirder on the green screen because it's Karazim, a hero that Bakery also hates. But
That actually looks sick going through your background.
Yeah, it does.
His weapons are like cosmic. Dude, that's...
Wait, that's my skin tint as well. Oh, that's like my shirt, dude.
well, you can buy one at jinx.com, you casual.
We didn't talk about mounts, by the way.
Zoe, we're talking about shirts here. Can you just
I don't
hold
give a
up
shit
for
about
second?
Jake's shitty Jinx shirts. All right. Okay, they're really cool. They're not bad.
I don't like the Butcher one. I'm not showing you guys the Butcher one.
You don't like the Butcher one?
Wow, the Butcher one I felt like was the best one.
Well, that's why it's so good, because everyone likes different things. I don't really... I mean, this is just like... This is like a dead Murky. That's cool, I guess. Murky's also Cosmic. Butcher... I thought the Nazeeba one was really nice, so I would like that one.
That one is. I like that. I like the frogs.
The frogs.
Yeah.
The toad
Frogs.
Zoya.
That one is less busy, I feel like. I feel like it's nice because it's a little simpler.
Yeah.
I'm super jealous.
This one's not Jinx. This one's Blizzard, I think, from the Blizzard shop. And then we got these pint glasses with like the
The glasses are the coolest thing.
The max
man.
account
They have our
level.
name on them?
Mine's got fresh brew drippings in it with our name on it.
Yeah.
And then
that was
these
sick.
custom limited print Hanamura Heroes Edition artwork, which is really cool.
Yeah. Really nice.
Thank you, Blizzard. I love you. Send Baker and Zoya one.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
No, don't
I love
do
you
that.
too.
I'm all about that life.
They're on
Yeah,
TownHall now.
maybe
gotta
if you
be
send me one, I would say positive things about.
Not only
multiplayer.
are Bakery and I host of the now greatest Heroes podcast, 'cause before without us it was like 2 or 3, but now we're back to number 1.
Damn.
But also I have more episodes than Dunk, so
You should be second in the intro. You mean?
I should be second in the intro. I should be second to get the loot box.
And you should be confirmed to cast Bloodlust. I completely agree with what you just said.
I agree with all of these.
Son of a...
More info coming soon. Sorry.
More info coming soon.
Mounts, you said, right?
Yeah, we didn't talk about. We talked about the Celestial one that you linked, but I don't really. I don't think I unlocked any. I don't remember unlocking any mounts yesterday.
I didn't get many either. There's like tons. So
I got the Overwatch mounts for doing the Nexus bundle.
But those aren't new. That's a So the last Nexus challenge, those were also in the game. The Irachi hover cycle, that was already available. So it's now So let's actually, before we talk about mounts, let's talk about the new Nexus challenge 2.0, because Nexus challenge the first time around was, I believe it lasted 3 or 4 weeks. It was right after Overwatch launch had hit, like long enough after so that it was like, the dust had settled, and they're like, cool, now try heroes and get this cool Genji skin. And basically, tons of people did it. It got tons of people to play in, but it turned into like all these top Overwatch streamers playing against bots, and that was kind of like, which was rough. But they've gone around and they've been like, okay, rather than just making people grind a bunch of games and feel like it's a long thing, they've actually created a system where it's 4 weeks but different content each week. So you need to play 5 games with a friend a week for a month. And if you do that, you get rewarded with tons of shit. So right now it's already underway with week 1, and you can get the Genji stuff. So same stuff that was available before. I don't know if there's anything new. Maybe a spray. Oh, there's like a banner.
Someone said 3 new tints for the bike.
Oh,
that happened.
There's new tints?
For the bike that I got.
There definitely
were
were
3
new
new
tints.
Oh, I
because I got 6 bikes. I got like 6 mounts or something. I got like 5 mounts. I completed it.
6 bikes.
It was crazy. Like whenever I completed, I was like, "Whoa!" I just got like a bunch of mounts. And Dream's like, "Oh yeah, that's that Oni Genji thing." I was like, "Oh."
I didn't know there were new tints. That's cool.
Dude, so the Nexus challenge, that D.Va skin in Overwatch. Whoa!
Oh,
I can't wait for the Busan. I can't wait for the Busan police hover cycle, man.
Yeah, that looked cool too.
So yeah, week 2.
Look at that! Oh,
The D.Va skin.
it looks so
look at it.
That hover bike. Oh.
The bike is nice. It's very Akira, but the D.Va skin in Overwatch is the hype. It's
so kawaii.
good. But then week 3, you get the spray and icon. Look how cute the spray is. And the mouse.
Yeah, it's a definite step down, I reckon, from week 2 to week 3. But
and then week 4, you get 10 loot boxes in
Just
Overwatch
loot boxes.
and 10 loot boxes in Heroes. But 10.
I actively play both games, so
Yeah,
you know.
10 for both games.
Blizzard has done the cross. We've always said this, right? Blizzard has always done the cross promotion very well, and I love the overall arc of Heroes 2.0 feels almost like the Overwatch system. So it's it's cool to see that they saw it work in Overwatch and they weren't afraid to port it over to Heroes, but obviously modify it a bit. Mm-hmm. Blizzard has always been smart about that kind of stuff, and the fact that they're so similar, they're smart.
It's good.
Can't highlight it enough.
oh yeah, Jay, can you do a public service announcement for right-clicking on your things up here and
The
mark
items
items
is red.
as seen?
Yeah, on collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also do it on individual categories if you don't want to mark everything.
Bakery.
It's so good. It's
I
so good.
clicked through so many things.
Jay, can you buy a loot box for
many
us
things.
so we can show space opening everything?
Sure.
I clicked through hundreds of these little things. Hundreds.
That's so amazing.
Bakery, you just blew my. Oh, nice.
You know, I'm just looking out for the Heroes community, man.
I'm actually really surprised you didn't think of trying that, Zoya.
I was complaining about it with Space Labs last night.
Hit space once.
Oh, the space to open loot boxes and then space to open everything again.
Wait. Yeah, space to open everything again.
Boom.
Yeah, that's Hearthstone.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't beautiful.
That one I knew. But right clicking them, oh, dude, I spent so much time. I was like, I can't wait to complain about this on TownHall. Why would they not? Why would they not implement a feature so I can confirm
Why
I know
would they
my
not do that, Zoe? You're right.
I got, like,
So Zoya, are you upset about this one up here? Oh, I don't care about the new voice line. Oh, it's gone. Magic.
Easy.
Magic.
so-
Let's look at the mounts. You know, I don't think there's a lot of new mounts. I think that's one of the things that there isn't a lot of. Zoya, do you
I
have,
love the hover
do you have your golden
cycles.
cock, Zoya? Did you get a golden cock? The
I've
roos-
always.
the rooster.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I got the.
I've always had one.
I got the garnet and the sapphire heartstones. Those were cool. I like little heart mounts. Oh, and I got the Nimbus Cloud too, which I was hyped about.
Oh, I got the Azure Nimbus Cloud earlier. Hang on.
Yeah. I've got the Jade one too. Like those, I like the Nimbus Clouds. They're cool. I don't know if those are new or not, but I got it.
They've been around for a little while. I think the Celestial might be the only new mount.
Dude, Bakery, man, you just. Oh, we didn't talk about portraits too. There's so many cool portraits now.
Wait. Oh yeah, Jake,
there's
can
so
you
many
mod
Genji
me?
cycles.
On
Can I
the stream. Can you mod me on the stream now that I'm
You're not a mod?
Yeah, no, you
What a
never
guy- Wait,
modded me.
why are you verified? How'd you get verified?
Oh, I'm just dishing out all these public service announcements. So if you click on that chat settings thing and then edit appearance.
Whoa. Chat settings things help. Where? Where's chat settings?
So the cog,
Okay, yeah.
in the bottom, and then edit appearance. And then you can select different badges. Like
Done.
Turbo, Prime, None, and Verified.
Done.
Congrats, man.
Done.
What?
Oh my God,
So
now you have a
anyone can
check
do
mark.
that?
Anyone who's partnered can be verified, yeah. Am I a mod yet, Jake?
Nah, I'm not logged in the Arcane 8 channel. See if I can do it from this. /mod
Oh.
bakery. What is it?
Alright, well, wait, hang on. Can you just link my picture of the mount that I got earlier? That I was very excited about.
Yeah, it's saying I don't have. It's saying I don't have permissions.
That is actually super decent.
Oh, that's Nimbus Cloud, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is the Nimbus Cloud. When you get one, it's just like What?
It's blue. The blue doesn't show. The
Yeah.
yellow one I got showed up just fine, but this one
I
that's
had
really
I had
funny.
to blow in as well. I was streaming. I was just like, "What is happening?" That's pretty good. Like
The portraits, the Warcraft Legends ones with like the old box art,
Oh.
like with art stuff. Those are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I got to frost art this one. I was so happy. I switched to it immediately. Like easy.
All the
Like this one?
like all of them, like the ink ones look cool. The sketches look cool.
Okay, I'm not gonna go that far. I think some of these are not that great. Like,
Which one?
well, that's
I
the
think
bakery.
the ink aren't very good. The sepia are okay, and the sketches I'm not a fan of either.
So everyone's different though, because if you look at these sketches, like some of these are like clearly like straight out of Samwise's sketchbook. Like I wish it even said.
Yeah.
I wish it said sketch by Samwise
Yeah.
DD8. Like because he drew that Pandarian. Like
Dude.
straight up. And
That gnome portrait looks so good too. I love the gnome one. That gnome's so cute. Look at her.
it's badass. Like I think this gives like or this one in particular. That's totally. Actually, that's probably more Samwise's style than this one, but it's actually just like so freaking fun having that kind of, especially for like a Blizzard nerd. And this game, I've always said it, it's the Smash Brothers of Blizzard. It's the fantasy of like the Blizzard IP or all of them being jammed together, and having these different styles of art really lets you appreciate that kind of stuff. I mean, I think remastered are. Like this is something that's actually really interesting to me, is because remastered is literally them taking skins that already existed in the game and remastering them, and that's why we have the Shadowblade Lily, the Stormbot,
Yeah,
the Legion
Lily
Mistress.
one.
These are all modified skins that already
God
existed.
King Leoic looks incredible,
I know.
actually.
And,
Yeah,
like,
he does.
You would think that would be a legendary skin, but it's only cost 100 to craft because it's remastered. They're not treating it like a new legendary skin. So
Really?
like all of these skins that you would think would be like these super epic things are actually super attainable for crafting.
Oh, you're right.
They're like-
Shadowblade Lily is only 400.
Yeah, they're all like, or in like God
No
King,
way,
it's like
what?
100. It's like insane. It's like the mega
Wow.
value if you're trying to get some cool skins for cheap, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, where's Leo? I'm bad at alphabets, guys. Way past. So God King is not that. There, I went. And 100.
Oh, look at it.
100 to craft this badass skin.
Really? That is. All right, that's cool.
But portraits, oh my god, it's in the shop. I'm with you on the ink. Like I don't like it at all. Some people love that style. This reminds me of shit I would doodle in my
the
notebook.
portraits
in
are
high
more
school.
to each their own, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't like sepia
Yeah,
either. It's
okay.
just not my style. It's cool, but this is my jam right here.
Hate this.
What are you rocking right now? Oh, I was just using that one. And I realized I got the Thrall Warcraft 3 portrait,
Ooh,
so I
that's a
swapped to
good
that
one.
just now.
That's
But
a
I was
good
just
one.
using the one we're using.
Yeah, the Warcraft 3 portraits are just
Yeah, they do.
They're not
I wish I
even
had
in
the
the same
Toronto
tier,
one.
dude.
Wait.
I would use the Toronto one if I had it.
That's not Thrall though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not.
that's
it's
wrong.
not
That's
Grom.
a random. That's like
I always thought that was Grom.
I thought
Go
it
to
was
the
orc in
Warcraft
the
Legends
original.
and mouse over them. It says Thrall.
You haven't?
And no, that's Thrall.
Oh, it does
That
say
is-
Thor.
That is 100% Thrall. Y'all are nuts.
What?
Nah,
I
that's
never
not
thought
Thor.
that was Thrall.
That's I thought it was Grom.
This was back in Warcraft 3 days when everything was a little bit more
okay.
gritty and stuff, you know?
Wow, Kilthas.
Yeah.
Yo, this Warcraft 3 Tyrande is pretty fucking hot too, though.
Tyrande was my go-to on the PTR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
I would be
DC,
using
dude.
Toronto right now if I had it.
Sick as well there.
Oh, there's so many Tyrande options.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Blizzard did such a good job across the board with all these cosmetics, but man, how could they freaking tease Deathwing like that, assholes?
I can't believe they based everyone like that.
I can't believe they baited everyone with Deathwing. What jerks, man.
They have
Blizzard, dude.
I mean, I blame Cloakin.
I blame Cloaked too. How dare he? All on him, man.
So I'm trying to find that like really badass picture of Leo. That is this portrait. I thought he was sitting in a throne. I want to type Leo.
I don't know if I've seen the source art for that, if that's just a partial art.
It's definitely from artwork.
Well, I mean,
or like a bigger piece of art rather.
yeah. Okay.
But maybe.
What do you guys think about? I mean, we're just talking about whatever. I mean, emojis. Like, do you like the fact that you can't use them in game? That they're only in the chat channels?
What?
You can use them
The
in game.
You can use them in game.
So you,
Only certain ones.
so
you can't
do,
use
but
all.
you just got to know the command.
Yeah, I've tried.
You gotta
I've
have
tried-
it unlocked.
Yeah, I've
I mean-
tried. I've tried to do like tracer faces and stuff in game, but I've never gotten it to work. I thought it was only like the GG and like the thumbs up that worked in game. Am I tripping?
You're tripping.
I
You can
think
use- oh.
zipping. I actually saw a pretty cool
Oh, you have to set them as
emoji
your favorite.
last night.
Oh, is that how it is? They're restricted to your
Okay.
favorites?
Thank you, Smelly Pickle. If you guys want to use emojis in game, set them to favorite.
See, I'm too lazy to type, so I just have my favorites and I just spam those by clicking. But that explains it. See, Zoya?
Amazing.
Look at this. You got this little favorite thing on the right side, the right hand side of your chat. You click that little
Hold on,
heart,
Jake,
and then you go.
he clicks his emotes. What a life.
And then you go.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
mm. Cheers, motherfuckers. Party poppin'. I'm spamming to bots. Yeah, bloodlust. All right, here we go.
People are chat saying it doesn't even to be favorite. You can just do them. Okay. I didn't try doing them on live. I tried doing them on the
Wait.
PTR once, and I guess.
So,
All
Re
right, cool.
Angry. Let's try Re Angry. And then let's try, when that's not my favorites, Re Smile. I assume that's it.
Dude, I've learned a lot this show. I can do emotes in games. I can right-click that thing to get rid of all of my loot items. You know,
Re Sad.
we're good, dude.
Oh. Re
Wait, how did that one
Sad.
switch it to?
I,
Wait,
Yeah,
look,
see,
it's like
that's what
switching it
happened
to.
to me on the PTRs, things like that.
Wait.
That's why I didn't think it would work.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's why I thought it didn't work. So that's what happened to me on the PTR.
So it's
Was
like
it changed
Terra,
changes the bracket?
Terra Love, is that what it was?
Maybe it
And
maybe it doesn't
T-Rock
have all of them
Smile.
loaded. So like, if it recognizes it's a command, but it doesn't have it loaded, then it does that. And maybe it only loads like all the favorites that everyone brings
But it's
into
just
the
a
game.
Tyra Sad, which I don't have in my friends list.
Your friends list? I have
Or
no
favorite
idea.
list.
Actually, that's
Tyra
interesting. That's
Angry.
really interesting. The fact that it's changing to like the sharp brackets is telling me that something is happening, but I don't know what. Oh, he says you don't have Rhaegar Sad.
I just don't own it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jake's
Jake's trying to bait us, dude.
Jake's trying to bait us, dude. This whole time he's been trying to type an emoji he doesn't have.
Yeah.
Wait, no, but I can go, oi, oi. I can't do it, boys. My micro's too bad. That's oi, just so you know. Heads up. If you own the orc thumb, that's oi. Oi, oi, oi. I just said oi, oi to my team. They'll never know it. But that's the deeper meaning.
Fascinating. My mind is blown.
All right, so I've been looking for this Rhaegar picture or Leorc picture. Pretty sure it doesn't exist. I made it up. Unless chat found it.
You probably made it up.
I feel bad, man. All right, everyone in Twitch chat, I want you to get in the verified club. Oh my goodness. Who linked this to me? Is this Bakery?
What?
Bakery.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Why is it now on the stream?
Oh God. No, not on my. Come on, man. Wow.
Perfect.
It looks natural.
It blends in very well.
Yeah.
You make
This
Bright
is
Wing
you
a
actually
very
done,
happy
I
lady,
think.
Dunk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's fine.
I guess that's fine. Yeah. Although I'm overall happy with 2.0.
No?
It's brought new life into the game. Hopefully, it sticks.
I'm with you. It feels super like I haven't been this motivated to just like grind games and grind levels because I'm like such a sucker for like the whole loot box thing, and you can earn loot boxes insanely fast. Like if you're someone like me that has, like I legit have every hero in the game, and I don't necessarily play every hero because well that's pretty damn normal. But the whole like if you're one game away from leveling up your hero kind of thing that it's been giving me, like this is legit one game. Even for Kalthos, who's level 21. If that was like a 20-minute game that we won, I'm basically guaranteed to level up there. I'm gonna be like, all right, well I'm gonna play that hero and I'm gonna level him up. And it's actually just been super fun for me. The fact that I played 10 games and 10 heroes and got 10 loot boxes today is just like it was a really fun day of playing games, and I don't know, I'm really freaking excited about that. It's totally from the casual perspective, like what 2.0 brings to the table enhances the casual element of Heroes of the Storm to the fullest. It doesn't really help esports. They haven't shown us anything that changes the esports realm. The potential is there. Regardless, I'm very excited. Like,
Yeah.
The dream of having an Arcane 8 spray, or if you guys saw our new Bloodlust logo, like the dream of having that as a spray in the game, eventually, like it's not anything that's going to happen anytime soon. I can guarantee that because this just got off the ground, and you know, there's a lot to do. But you know, maybe someday we'll get that.
I mean, at the end of the day, Heroes 2.0 does not change how you play the game.
Yeah. True.
It is purely cosmetic, and it's purely like menu based. There's the changes of sprays and stuff, but that doesn't change how you. It's progression based.
Yeah.
Heroes has always been fairly complete, but hopefully we start seeing more. I think at this point, Heroes 2.0 is solid. Let's start, back to focus on the game, and let's start pushing the game forward more, because now everything outside the game is, in a much, much better place.
Mm-hmm. We launched, boys. I very much echo that sentiment for sure. Like, I think finally we're in a place where the game does it's like its job. It actually feels like a brawler now. There's a lot of cross-universe tie-in, stuff like that. A lot of cosmetics. I think it finally does the hero brawler thing they always wanted to do, and then now, like, that's the base we needed. Yep. The game improved a lot, obviously, since a lot of people tried it. So I think this was around the right time for sure to re-release is Heroes 2.0. And I'm not sure if you guys know about this. I guess maybe you, Dunk. Like Heroes on Fire, that Chinese thing.
Yeah.
So basically in China, there's this like it's like a fan movement thing. It started as, and the idea was it was like, guys, all of us, like, we think Heroes is like the greatest game, but nobody in China plays it. Like, why? Like, we don't get it. So how about we start like advertising the game? Like, let's come up with this like campaign to say like Heroes is amazing, guys. Like, come try it.
Is this called Blizzard China, or is this just community members in China?
Fans. So fans in China, and they came up with Heroes on Fire. And it gets Chinese fans really hyped actually when you say it.
That's
but
cool.
Like, even the Gold Club World Championship was using the tagline "Heroes on Fire" just because of how like passionate the community was about it.
That's really cool.
And I honestly think that was like a big inspiration, because it made the game grow so much in China, and I think when like Blizzard people went over there for the Gold Club World Championship and saw like all the passion that the Chinese fans had, they were like, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea,
That's so sick, actually.
That is actually really cool. That is awesome. That's good to hear. So, global movement's happening right now for Heroes.
I mentioned the Reddit metrics earlier. Like, that's not a joke. The fact that Reddit's growth was over double what the initial launch of the game was for a quote-unquote relaunch is, like, actually insane. The top thread on Overwatch yesterday was the Nexus Challenge 2.0. Overwatch subreddit is monster, but that thread had like 7,000 plus upvotes on it, which is amazing. And it's just like that kind of marketing is really interesting. It's also like fun to compare it to the crossover thing they did with World of Warcraft, though, because you look at World of Warcraft and you say, okay, Heroes is like 50% Warcraft characters. World of Warcraft has a monster player base, but I'm pretty sure that crossover event didn't do that well. I didn't do it. Like, I was just like, I don't
What
really
was the
care.
event?
You got like a Warcraft mount, and you got a mount in Heroes for that, like a Warcraft themed mount in Heroes. But like, it wasn't the same kind of like oomph that Overwatch is, because they're both multiplayer games, right? They're both like the same kind of play with your friends type of multiplayer. Just let's get together and play games, and that's why I think the Nexus Challenge works so well with Overwatch. Whereas like, I don't know that it would make sense to do that for Diablo 3, right? Maybe it would. I don't know. I don't think so, though.
We touched about it briefly at the beginning of the show, but I feel like for the newer viewers, we should highlight it again. The biggest thing for me in 2.0 that's going to help grow the viewership was the mega bundles.
Yeah.
The hero pool is massive, and getting new heroes, especially like the newer heroes, like 10, 15K, is very daunting. Getting one hero, you can get probably after like level 10, but after that, unlocking more and more heroes is very hard. So, again, major props to Blizzard for the mega bundles. And if you were to tell me before they announced it that Blizzard was going to be giving away packs of 20 heroes across multiple roles, I would tell you no way. There's not a chance they would give you every single account 20 free heroes. Mm-hmm. And that alone makes this game more accessible. It's so hard to unlock heroes, and you want to play the ones you want.
Yeah.
It's the Nexus bundle, man, or the mega bundles, whatever they're called. Blizzard was smart about that. Yeah.
Now, my only true criticism of the new system is, like, in Overwatch, you own every hero. In Dota, when you open chests or whatever and you get items, you own every hero. And in Heroes, I might get a badass legendary skin for Lily, but I might not own Lily. And this could be looked at from both sides of the coin. You could say, this is terrible. The item I got, which is really cool, I don't have access to. I can't even use it because I don't own that hero, and I'm upset. Or, whoa, look at that cool thing. I got to unlock Lily now. I can't wait to use it. And it's like one of those kind of like, half glass, half full kind of deals. And it's kind of the only flaw in the system that I can find.
You can compare it to Dota. You can't compare it to Overwatch. Overwatch you pay $60 for, so you get every hero.
That's fair.
You don't pay for heroes. The Dota comparison makes sense to me, but the Overwatch one I don't think has much merit, just because you pay $60, right? $50, $60.
40 is the minimum.
Actually, 40 then.
For
you pay $40 and then you get all the heroes.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I had not thought about that. But that's just more incentive for you to push outside your role. Like if you get a cool Lily skin and you're a warrior player,
every player is going to look at it different, though. Some players could get super upset. Some players could be like, hell yeah, I can't wait to play that hero. Like, so it's really just case by case situation, really.
While we're talking about like heroes and this loot system, how many heroes did you guys get from the loot boxes?
2. I got 2 duplicate heroes out of all the loot boxes I opened.
I got 1 duplicate, and I got Lucio, who I didn't own.
I got Genji and I got Lily out of all of my boxes.
It seems like heroes are super rare.
I don't know. I got like 9 out of...
What? We always say 2. Jay's like, I got 9 or something. Like,
out of... I'd have to double check the exact number, but it was quite a few. But it was out of like...
I got Lucio, man. That's it. Can't believe you got
like
9.
80 something loot boxes, probably.
I was worried I was going to get Lost Vikings, honestly, and have to reroll my box.
Because you don't want to own them?
I don't want to own Lost Vikings, so I don't.
Wait. I should have done that with Lucio, because...
hang on. What do you do if you're your last reroll, and then you get Lost Vikings out of the box?
He makes a new account.
I don't know. I think
can you not accept? Can you just F4 and never open a loot box again?
I don't want this box, please.
No thanks for it.
Wow. I don't know. It's cool. The mega bundles. There's a lot of heroes in each one. I was not expecting them to be that cool. Especially with how they swapped the roles too. I thought it was just gonna be like a tank only one, support only one, specialist only one, and assassin only one. But the fact that you get multiple roles is cool too.
I was
Well,
really
20
surprised
supports
they
the
weren't
game,
like.
so.
I was surprised they weren't bundled like by their universe at all or anything. Like,
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Huh?
They were totally thinking about it though as like this is the type of the way I want to play the game. So if you're a League of Legends player that plays like range carries, you're gonna grab the assassin bundle. If you're
but like that doesn't even work in Heroes, man. I don't know.
That's how they're trying to sell it though, and I think
Yeah,
it's smart.
maybe.
I think it's smart.
Well, the thing I was trying to bring up was with my 20 heroes, I got the Tank and Bruisers bundle because I didn't own Zarya and I didn't own someone else in it. I didn't own 2 heroes in it. It was the only one. That was the one I didn't own 2 heroes, and everyone else only owned one in. But in my bundle, I got tanks, I got DPS, I got Zul as a specialist, and I also got some support.
Is it the flex one?
So
flex one is like
no, I got
Rhaegar.
tanks and bruisers. I got tanks and bruisers. I got all 4 roles, primarily the tanks and bruisers, clearly, but they still give you every other role too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have options, right?
I love the breakdown.
I
of
thought that was cool.
The flex one, the flex bundle is super interesting to me. I think it's like really good. But yeah, no, the bundles are great. I'm actually like excited to play my EU account now because I just got like 15 new heroes from the flex bundle or whatever it was that I actually got.
Yeah.
My EU account was like actually level 60. I was like, nice. Got
That's
some
the
cool
cool
loot
thing
boxes.
about Smurfs too. If you want a Smurf, you can get your. Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the show again, but you want to get a Smurf going. You can queue straight into unranked and Team Link now with the bundles. You can't do Hero League because you need a bunch of heroes at level 5, but you can do Team League and unranked. So you're not forced a quick match right off the gate if you want to go straight in the draft too. So it's cool. Did they say how long? Because I didn't realize this wasn't a permanent thing. Because Calf and I were under the impression that was permanent last night. Did they say how long the Mega Bundle offer lasts?
They did. Let me look at the website.
They did say it somewhere. Yeah, 100% it's temporary.
I think it's like a month long. But I'm saying it now. I already said it during the show. This should be a permanent thing. It grants so much accessibility. The best comparison I could draw. Yeah, the best comparison I could draw was again to World of Warcraft, where like World of Warcraft, they've added content. So they've gone back to old expansions, 1 through 60, everything, and crunched the experience needed to really slim down that barrier of entry to the game. And when you have 65 heroes, there's already a barrier entry of you have to learn all these different heroes kits. There's then the barrier of entry of you need to unlock them all. And by giving someone that jumpstart of 20 heroes, I think is a massive relief on a new player. And I'm glad they're promoting it right now, being like, yeah, cool, doing this next month to get people urgently to play. But if Blizzard just kind of subtly was like, yeah, we're just going to keep it afterwards, I think that would be really smart.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't disagree.
I don't know how I feel. I feel like just starting the game with 20 heroes, like,
might be too much.
I think if you hit
any time, any Smurf you buy, just 20 heroes. Woo.
Well, what if they kept the bundles in the game and then you got awarded like a token to buy them at like level 20 or level 25 or something? I don't know, like a way to where it's like level gated, but not absurdly level gated, right?
Yeah, maybe
that'd be really smart because that dissuades Smurfs a little bit. People can't just get free Smurfs and then cheese and troll or whatever. League, right? But at the same time. Again, you want people to have access to heroes because, like in Dota, I actually think it's a problem that all the heroes are free in a way, because my first week playing Dota, I've played very little Dota. I get to the hero select and you have like a minute to choose a hero. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who the hell? Like, there's so many. Yeah. Like, it was just overwhelming for me. And I'll never forget how stressed I alt F4 it. I was just like, I can't.
If you're gonna learn Dota, you pick one hero in one role, and you play that until you learn every other hero by playing against them.
This was years ago, mind you.
But I'm just saying, I agree with you. It's very daunting having that many heroes immediately playable because it's not just you playing the heroes. It's you playing against them. So you have to learn 100 different matchup or thousands of different matchups. I agree with you completely. Dota, the free, it's too much.
Okay, it looks like they've changed some of the roles here, because when I first looked at this page, it was like Gul'dan, marksman.
Yeah,
Nazebo,
Gul'dan was a marksman.
Veigar, utility. Lost Vikings, tank. Like
it was so weird. So they fixed it, but I actually I tweeted when I saw this initially that like the fact that they're saying mage, marksman, ganker, siege, utility, whatever. That classification is so much better than what we have in the game.
Oh yeah,
like the way better, way better.
It's like infinitely sexier, and although that's a huge overhaul to recategorize all these heroes in the game and then fix matchmaking and quick match to all adhere by these rules and try to make something work with it. I know that's probably a huge task for Blizzard. I hope they do that eventually, because the tank support specialist, multi-class, and assassin classification is just kind of shit, in my opinion. And I didn't know I hated it so much until I saw this.
So I've always hated that, right? So I had a particularly bad experience in Hero League the other day.
No way! Oh, sorry.
Like, I tweeted about it, actually. It was basically, we have, like, a Zarya, and then we have, like, kind of standard comp. And our last pick, he's just like, we need a mage here. We need more damage. And we don't have a main tank, right? So we have like a double support. We have like a Valor. We have like, Oil or something like this. And then we have like a second range, I want to say. And he's like, we need more damage or something. And it's like, what? Like, oh, wait, no, it was Rag. It was Rag. That was the other hero, I think.
Well, if you have Rag on your team right now, you need more damage.
So I tweeted, and I was like, what hero do you pick here? Is it a tank or is it a mage? And it was something like 30% of people thought that a mage was the best pick there. And I was like, how do I, like, educate people about this? Because the roles are literally warrior, support, specialist. What does that even mean?
I think that's something we've complained about since, like, episode 6 of TownHall. That has always been, like... warriors, there's multiple classifications of warriors. Sometimes warriors were melee assassins. Sometimes they're bruisers, right? Like they finally got it now, clearly. But yeah, that was always been a
again.
pain.
This isn't translating the game anywhere, and it just this gives me hope. Like gives us all.
Hopefully,
hope.
It does.
Yeah. And even Varian, he's not multi-class here, boys. He's a bruiser.
He's a multi-class. Come on, be real.
Be real.
Be real.
I think that's pretty much it for 2.0, though. We covered it. I mean, Dunk, do you want to talk a little bit more about the Try Hard for Good and like how long that's going on for? Give us like the full details on it, because like.
Well, okay, so I know it's said in the article, but basically the actual coaching is 1 week, and then the ladder climb is 2 weeks after that, which I think not a lot of people realized.
Whoa.
So like the coach and streamer pair is for a whole week. So like I'm coaching Skara on streams through Friday, and then I think again on Monday is like our last stream.
Are you doing it tonight or?
Yeah, tonight after the show actually. I'll be doing more streaming with him and coaching, and then after that, it's actually all of the people who got coached are going into Hero League alone to fend for themselves.
Highest
and see how
rank
high
wins,
they
right?
can climb. Yeah, highest rank wins.
Highest rank wins, but also each like tier they get like it's like if you hit plat, Blizzard will donate like $200 or whatever it is, and like every game
there's
won,
like tiers.
It's like $100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the winner gets like the biggest donation to their charity of choice, right?
Right.
Yeah, man. The funniest one yesterday was probably Skara. I told him to fly down on Falstad, and he just walked the whole way. It was so funny. Oh man. Yeah. He like walked all the way from top lane to bot on Towers of Doom.
Oh no!
Like as Falstad, and then because he didn't know what his fly was.
No, it got worse later that game. So do you remember there was? So I was watching the stream and like while chilling. There was this time where Dunk's like, okay, so if you can fly down here, like the auto spawning or something. So he clicks fly just like on the mini map, but he doesn't realize it's like a max range. So the pathing just takes him straight through the death zone. And he's like, oh shit. Like, And he flies down, and you're like, "Oh wow, you're pretty low." And he's like, "Yeah."
It's really funny. It's actually a really interesting intersection of like mechanical skill and like MOBA knowledge, but not hero specific knowledge. It's pretty fun.
I
Plus,
didn't
it's
get to
great
watch.
to see someone new to the game.
I didn't get to watch much of your stream. I was watching a real coach KO. His stream was pretty fun. You know, and I think he actually was able to drive some points home with Voyboy. Like I think Voyboy flew on Falstad. Actually used a Z because he was taught properly.
Good
By
coach.
KO.
Yeah.
Scarra's KT was on point though.
Was
He
it?
hit almost like nobody's business. Like as soon as he touched KT, he hit like every gravity lapse and just comboed everyone out. That was clean.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So hang on, your coaching, does it only consist of just queuing, like together with him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're bound by that. Like we don't have to do just queuing with him and playing games, but I feel like that's probably just the best. Like I don't
It's the most fun.
really want to like do analysis of like pro games or like replay review and it like that's just way
That's
too
not-
hardcore for what we're trying to do. Yeah.
I think it would be pretty cool if there was like a few games where he queues and then like Skype screen shares his screen to you, and you just like live commentate.
There's just
Like-
not really solutions that make that work effective. Have you ever tried to do that? Because like the screen share is like super
Yeah.
laggy and the
You have to
frame
keep in
rate's not
mind
good.
the coaches are streaming too, and that would just
Yeah.
look awful on Dunk's end.
Yeah.
If there was like
and-
an in-game coaching mode or something, or like I could obs a game, like if I set up an in-house of 10 people and then obsed a game and then I could technically try to do something
That's
like
so
that.
much work,
fantastic
though, Baker.
idea.
That's so
It
much
is
work.
hard. But
The
then you have
whole
to find 10 people at the right skill level and like
Well, you can just get like a high level game.
So-
no,
just get, like, pros.
you're way overthinking it. The whole point of this thing is just to get League of Legends viewers to heroes. That is literally
no.
Okay. The charity
Sorry,
as
it's
well.
a
The charity as
competition.
well.
They have to climb the ladder.
No, it's to be fun, and I don't think if you go too analytical, you're gonna like push away League viewers. You want it to look easy to get into and fun.
So that is a cool idea. If you could get an in-house of like heroes, actual like pro players and stuff, and bring Dyrus on and be like his personal mentor, where you're sitting.
wow, I'm supposed to coach choose. I'm supposed to coach choose pro now.
Or
Jeez.
whatever, Skara, and be like his personal
I
mentor.
mean, that'd probably be better for Dyrus.
in that game, that would actually be hype as fuck, because then it'd be like a top League of Legends player, maybe not anymore, but once upon a time, playing against top heroes players in a game that he's not good at. He doesn't fully understand, but you're his mind, you're his training wheels, and that would be super fun to watch. I would.
Yeah, Jake, how about you set it up for him and then Dunk will do it?
I'll cast
think
it too.
one
I'll
of the
cast it
problem,
while you
like-
coach.
There's a lot of game knowledge that I think they need to absorb. I mean, at least Skara, because he has like no heroes exposure. So like, if you think about your first 100 games even of a MOBA, like you're just learning what all the heroes do and how they interact and the maps and stuff. So like, maybe playing at higher level games would be better, but maybe it even wouldn't, because just the games being harder wouldn't help you learn, because you're still trying to figure out what heroes do. Yeah, Voyboy has a huge advantage because he's actually played.
He's played a lot of heroes.
Yeah.
Dyrus played a bit too. I know Dyrus was streaming heroes when Cho Golfers came out, because he's like, this is ridiculous. Like it's, one hero that's two players. So I know he's played a bit. But watching Dyrus with Chu was really funny, because Dyrus clearly like kind of got the game. Like he didn't know everything, but he like got it. And Chu was really, really, really eager to coach. Like Chu was like
excited,
he was like just like yeah. And Dyrus is kind of a chill. Like the first time I ever played League of Legends, Dyrus was standing over my shoulder in the MLG office coaching me. I had never played a MOBA before in my life. So I've worked with Dyrus like at league events back when I worked for MLG, and Dyrus is just kind of a chill dude. Like he's just that's who he is.
That's an understatement. Dyrus and that was a good bottom lane.
Chu's pretty excitable.
What talent do I take at Fortune? Oh, you take the level 4 and you get the multi-shot knowledge. It's like, holy cow, chill, stop screaming. He's like always screaming, dude. His stream it was tilting me yesterday. I don't want to throw shade at the guy. He loves heroes.
Yeah, he does.
He's always been a guy that loves heroes, and he's so excited to share that with someone like Dyrus. But man, Chew, you're screaming the entire stream. It's like
the contrast.
Okay,
The contrast was just too funny. Go ahead.
So I didn't watch Dyrus, right? But I tuned into his stream like just before we went live, and he was like, he looked depressed while playing Heroes, and then Chu's there like, okay, fantastic, we can get Uther, we can tank like the boss now, and then I'm like, oh god, like.
It was clear.
I heard he always looks like that, so I don't think he's like too big a deal. But
I just think it was a combo of Dyrus. I experienced this too when I stream with other people on comms, because when I stream, I tend to just kind of want to be chill, play the game, and address chat here and there. That's kind of like how I am. And Dyrus is clearly that kind of streamer where he just kind of wants to play the game, enjoy it, think about it, learn, and then talk to his chat. And they were like, Chu was talking like during all the downtime, and like clearly Dyrus is just like, dude, just let me play, because I watched all the streams a little bit, but then in the few moments where Dyrus was like, all right, I'm gonna address the chat, Dyrus seemed infinitely more alive in those moments, and I was just like, I don't think it's about the game, I just think it's about like getting used to the pairing. And Chu was definitely...
They have history. That's why they paired up. They have history together.
But Chu was definitely very
they're very
excited.
Opposite personal. Yes, they're very opposite personalities, and that's what was so funny to me. Because I used to watch Dyrus in League. Because I used to be a top. He topped, right? Yeah, he was top. I used to pull. I used to. What was that one? The dinosaur that looks like Diablo. The knock up and the silence. I used to love him, watching him play that. What, Cho'Gath? What's it?
Cho'Gall.
Not Cho'Gall. That's our game.
Oh yeah, Cho'Gath. You're right.
Cho'Gath.
You did.
I like Cho'Gath.
So he's always got that. He's always had that. Very chill, I guess is the best way to put it. So it's a funny pairing to me. And Chu is just so excited, and I love that kind of fashion. I love the fact that he's that hyped about it. But that pair is hilarious to watch, and it's sometimes tilting. Chu just gets so hype, and then Dyrus responds with a yeah. It's like the most blank yeah ever.
But I will say it was like a stupidly educational stream. Like Chu was dropping just like knowledge left and right, and it's really good. It's really good to teach people about the game.
Chu definitely is working it for sure.
I think the Dunk Scar stream was much more chill. Dunk's like
Dunk. Where can you watch that?
So Greymane, he has a ranged and a midi form. One of his abilities makes him jump in.
Yeah,
and then Scar's like, that sounds cool. Yeah. And then Dunk's like, maybe you might prefer Folstad. So Folstad's a really good hero, and sometimes like,
that's funny. That's probably what I sound like too.
Yeah. And then KO's the nice middle ground, right? He's energetic, but he's not, over the top. He's not, I like KO stream a lot. I didn't get a chance to watch yours much, Dunk, because I don't like you. But
Dunk, are those new headphones?
Of course.
No.
How long have we had
These are the
those?
same headphones I've been wearing for like 12 episodes of TownHall at least.
Damn, we have the same headphones.
Yeah.
Okay.
ATH MT50Xs or whatever. ATH M50Xs, yeah.
Yeah.
So the general vibe we're going for here is that, like, NA, Try Hard for Good, has been fantastic, right?
Where's the EU one?
They've got some great pairings going on, like, famous personalities, like, it's doing really well. The EU one, on the other hand, missed the mark a bit, I think. Like,
what are you talking about right now?
There's an EU one.
Wait, really?
Is it announced?
People don't even know because they just like slid it out the door like
I'm controlled.
Then they slid out the door like 8 a.m. European time.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
No, 6 days ago.
What?
No.
They just slid it out the
Hard
door.
for Good?
Yeah.
This link's not loading. There it is.
I had no idea this was a thing.
I don't think they
know
wanted
any of
people
these.
to know.
I don't know a single one of these coaches or a single one of the. No, I know Kevin. I don't know any of the other competitors, and I don't know any of the coaches. I know
Kevin used to be LCS top laner. It was pretty good, to be fair.
Wait,
I don't know the other three.
Are these like
Flax is like an analyst for Dota 2.
Are these foreign language? Is that why?
I tried to watch Perion Flax because I recognized him. Like I recognized him as a Dota guy, and whoever he was being coached by, Like, I turned on the stream for like 2 minutes and I listened to what he was being coached by, and I was like, literally every statement you've made has been wrong. Like, I watched him play Sergeant Hammer for like 2 minutes in a Sky Temple game, and like everything from the coaching was like, oh no. It's pretty funny.
He's being coached by Duncan Shin. I don't know.
So I don't know. I think Duncan and Shin probably should have been competitors, considering they're entertaining guys. They're from the Yogs cast, right? Everyone knows the Yogs cast, but
yeah. Sorry.
I don't think coaching was the right pairing for them.
Well, I mean, so funny. I haven't seen this promoted anywhere. So
I told you, it was like 8 a.m. EU time. A single tweet.
You know, this email with this link or something like it showed up in CS Steve's email, and he was like, "We're not fucking promoting this. This is awesome.
Get it out.
We can let it happen, but we're not letting people know." Like, I did not hear a word about this, and this came out 6 days ago.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Okay, well, cool. We got EU1. Go watch it. Yay, charity.
Or don't watch it and watch the NA one because it's way better.
NA is better always, though. So let's be real.
Not hard.
Yeah, but here's the problem: if the NA players get higher ranked than the EU ones, then EU can just say NA Hero League is easier, man. We can't win.
We are in a flawless position right now.
Yeah, you cannot lose.
Or we can just blame, the players. Like, you guys had X League pros. We had like a Dota analyst. Like,
okay, fine. We could maybe admit that EU's better, but I will never respect someone with your accent. So
that's a shame.
We'll let it sit in the middle. We'll be like, okay, cool. We noticed each other. We nod, but fuck you, man.
What region of the UK is your accent attributed to?
It's not really. It's pretty weird. I don't really have like a regional accent.
So what is a Caleres accent? What is that?
Kind of like slightly north, but not really too far.
What would I call that?
That's like horse crap. Bakery, you know where your accent's from. You're just not allowed to say because we're muggles.
No, I mean, so where I'm from is Bristol, and Bristolian, the accent is literally you add like an L onto like every word that ends into a vowel.
Bristol. We nailed it.
So do you guys know Asda?
Asda.
Yeah, it's like a shopping thing. Anyway, you say it like Asda. The way that you say it in Bristol is Asdal. The way you say Tesco, do you know Tesco?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the way you say Tesco is Tesco. You just add an L onto every word that ends with a vowel.
I mean,
and then you
speak an accent to just being wrong, though, right? Like when you're adding letters.
Exactly.
Oh, so it's the UK
dialect at that point.
It's UK Walmart.
Yeah,
so it's like where your trailer trash goes in shops. You got like, I guess you don't have fat people in Europe, but
yes, I do. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna listen to this Bristol accent video. Hold on.
Compared to America.
Right. I'm going to
Walmart's
talk about the Bristol accent.
All right, too long. I'm already done. Never mind.
UK is. I love reading chat, dude. You guys crack me up.
All right, my lover.
Okay, that was. Why did we talk about Bakery's accent again?
I don't know, man.
I don't remember what brought us here. I was trying to bring us back. I don't remember how we got here though.
Where were we at some point?
Oh yeah, we're talking about the EU show match thing.
You're the one that brought us all the way off topic there. So
don't blame me for that. That's the host is supposed to reel us back in. I just let my voice.
We just keep going, man. You set us off in a direction. We're going.
It's good to have you back, Zoya, and it's good to have you with us, Bakery. I'm so excited for the future of the show. I really am. The reinvigorated flames of TownHall Heroes. I got to put the 2.0 in our logo.
Why haven't you done that yet, actually, Jake?
Shit.
I think you've let us down. That's what's happened there.
Shit.
Anyway, I think we should probably end the pre-show and start the actual show now.
The real hero show.
TownHall Heroes is moving to a Dauntless type podcast. So now we shall begin with TownHall. What are the Dauntless characters called? Champions? TownHall Champions.
That's a cool name, actually.
Dauntless podcast. Let's go. I'm ready.
When are we going to announce who's commentating Bloodlust? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Definitely not me. Definitely not Dunk.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. No, can't be.
Definitely not Bakery.
No way.
That's actually not happening. We talked about that. That's a no-go, unfortunately.
Yep. Ian's too expensive to fly out.
Yeah. It's
The only option was Aer Lingus. No, it's not happening. Not again.
He's like literally just like, I can't trust Aer Lingus. They're gonna feed me potatoes on my plane, and I just can't eat potatoes. It'll actually kill me, and I can't do it. The Bakery life. Whose birthday is it? I don't know. Whose birthday is it?
Can we run the intro one more time?
One more time. Let's go. And welcome here to Town Hall Heroes.
What a fantastic intro.
Where did you find the wink? Because I thought, last time we talked, it was the mirror scene that we were looking at from
Bakery
the China. Bakery found the wink video? Okay.
So
the mirror was cool, but the wink is a nice touch.
Our team introduction had so many cool shots, actually. But, like, none of them were the intended, like, shots. So it was in China. It was the Go Club World Championship tournament. And they say, like, so we're going to do this pose. So 2 people are going to be stood here. And you're going to walk up, like, put your hand on, like, one of the soldier. And then, like, turn to him. And then, like, turn to the other guy. Or something. And we just fail it, like, 20 times in a row. And then eventually, in the actual final take, they just used, like, 5 shots of different ways that we'd failed to do what they said. And then we're laughing about how bad we are. Maybe that was the plan the whole time, you know?
They mind gamed you, man. Mind gamed you.
That's so fun, actually. Well, we've got our new intro. We've got Heroes 2.0 and a lot of good stuff. And yeah, I guess there are some balance stuff we could actually talk about. I completely forgot there were some balance changes. Like, we knew Nuther was coming. We knew a lot of the other smaller changes, but they did sneak in some changes.
I like
to
that
Valera.
name.
Nuther. Yeah, that's what he's called.
I like that.
I'm glad you like it. So if you actually look at the PTR balance patch notes, it's like, or patch notes, it's huge. It's like,
Can you link them?
like literally the biggest list of info ever. Yeah, here you go. I'll link it in Skype, and I will link it in chat for everyone if you wish. But when it gets to the actual Heroes patch notes, not anything too crazy. Just give me one moment here as I pull it up for everyone. Bam. All right. So, Valera, she just got kind of pooped on. They took her damage away from Eviscerate, which is like a lot of her burst. They lowered her teleport range back down to 6, I think is what it was before they buffed it on Death from Above, because I think most people take this talent. And then Cold Blood.
It was 5 before.
It was 5 before. Okay, so they brought it down a bit. And then Cold Blood, they just took it out of the game. I think that's like the like everyone gets this go to at 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that hurts.
Was cat broken. I mean, so I think, like they say it in the comment, this is like purely balancing around quick match.
This is important right here. That line right there. That is the most important thing about those changes. So the fact that they were willing to admit that is
brave. It's brave of them.
Dude,
brave guys.
I don't know.
You can't always balance a game like this just for pro. And for someone like me who really only cares about the esports side of this game, to say that, it's just the fact of the matter. Like, some heroes that, like Nova, like stealth heroes in particular, that just feel really shitty to play against, you have to nerf them. Nova's the perfect other example. She's a hero that had her place in competitive once upon a time, but they nerfed her to the ground because of quick match. She felt awful to play against, and Valera has become the new Nova. So they're addressing that.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm in a position where the only balance changes that I care about, and the only balance changes that I personally want, are ones that are purely based on high-level ladder and competitive play. and honestly, only competitive play. Screw ladder. And to be honest, I'm actually like so fine with this change. I think this change is actually a good one. It needed to happen.
Oh yeah, the change to Valera is not. That's why I want to make sure the statement you said was the most important part. The changes to Valera are not the issue.
Right.
They probably needed to happen. It's the idea that they're so willing to, maybe not willing, but the balancing around quick match only is.
Well,
I mean, again, we're in the top percent,
that's what I was
so that's why
talking
we're
about.
giving our position. Yeah, the quick match thing is the issue, not that I have.
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's. I'm saying that's not the issue. That's the opposite. That's the good thing. That
So
they're
you're
balancing
saying-
it around quick match.
I don't like that.
So a lot of people will disagree. That's why I want to bring it up. Basically,
Okay.
like, I just think like you can't have a hero that ruins like 30% of the games played in the
problem-
entire game.
This might open up a whole new conversation, but the problem I have with heroes right now is this is not going to be the problem. Blizzard has gotten near perfect at designing a hero. Every hero they release feels so good and so strong. Their kits are so well designed. Okay, not Probius. Probius is a gimmick hero, but the more standard types of heroes, they're all so well designed and they're so strong. But the main problem with heroes is healers heal so much, and the tanks can trade so easily without being too punished because they're just so tanky. They can trade almost for free, and whenever there's a good damage in the game that can kind of shut the double healer support style down, that can actually get those kills, clearly that's a problem, and you have to nerf it. But that all stems from what I see as the problem is supports and tanks are so powerful in this game that if damages are just too good, you have to make them booty butt cheeks. You have to keep nerfing them down into the ground, and
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely
okay.
a big discussion that, like, I think we can probably get
That's
into
next
next
show.
week for sure. Yeah, because that's a discussion that's again.
well, that's why I said in Skype we shouldn't even bring up the PTR because the moment we talk about the patch notes, I'm going to want to go ham.
Because
Like-
guys, just so you know, we are in limited time since Dunk's got to get going for tryhard for good with Scara. He is definitely that is his priority this week for sure, and B. I gotta eat some more hot dogs. But I mean, priorities are there for sure. Now, there's a lot of points you can make. People in chat are even saying I think it's a really good point. Maybe quick match shouldn't be the default game mode anymore. I've actually said that a lot in my personal stream. It teaches. Sure, quick match is easy to get into, but maybe it shouldn't be the default option when you log in. Maybe they should promote more like unranked draft kind of thing. Granted, you have to have X number of heroes for that kind of stuff, so that's harder to do. But maybe that number is fixed with the mega bundles. But that's again another huge discussion that we'll have to jump back into in a future week. Obviously, with 2.0 being such a massive patch, we didn't really get to talk about HGC next week, but we'll resume that in our normal show moving forward. Any final thoughts now that I've cut you guys all off on this topic before we move to shoutouts?
I'll save it for next week. I made the gist of my point.
Okay, I'm going to get in, and I'm going to say balancing around quick match is a terrible idea. Like, taking your game and applying it to quick match is a terrible idea.
I agree.
But looking at quick match and seeing something terrible and then fixing that that has to happen.
I just want quick match to very clearly be looked at as like an alternative super casual mode, and for them to treat unranked draft as the standard, the default. Right?
I'm totally with you.
I
there.
think
Like,
that's
although
the
I wouldn't go
healthiest
on ranked
option.
draft. You need too many heroes for that. I think
Well,
Let's talk about this next week. 'Cause I'm about to open a can of worms in the red objection, so let's talk about it next week. We keep re-up. We want to. Oh, it's so close. We're right there.
It's so tempting.
Next week's episode, guys, will be great. We're gonna go ham.
Well, Zoya, we'll let you start off the shoutouts tonight.
Hi, I am Zoya. I am the manager for B-Step. We are a North American HEC team. I believe we're 4th place right now. We have a boot camp coming up in a few weeks. We might be doing a little bit of content out of it. We might be doing little things for the community to show that we still love them and care about them. So keep your eye out for B-Step stuff. And there also might be some more even cool announcements coming from B-Step soon. So just follow me on Twitter @TempoZoya. You can follow the team as well. And I'm glad to be back. Jake, thanks for bringing. It's cool to be finally announced as host thing. Last week's show was really fun, and within a few hours after, I was like, Jake had approached me before the show and was like, I want you back as a host potentially. If you're interested, come back. And then like a few hours after that episode, I was like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, it was like the middle of the night. I was like laying in bed. And I was like, yes! And my wife's like, what? Like, she was like half asleep. I'm like, Zoya's coming back on Town Hall. She's like, oh, I'm actually excited. Like, because she loves you, man. She stopped watching the show after you and Kubi left. So she's back.
Ooh.
I'm glad to be back, Jake, and I'm always glad to work with Duncan Bakery. So thanks for having me on, and I'll see you guys next week.
Baker Rizzle.
Yeah, so, like, huge chance to you guys for inviting me to be a host on the show. I'm really excited about it. Obviously, I'm a big fan of talk shows. I always liked to go on them. I was on my own for a bit
for like 3 weeks.
We all know how that one went. So very excited to be on a stable show with a lot of episodes, almost weekly.
With hosts that have a lot of episodes too, huh?
Maybe over 100.
Maybe over 100.
Yeah, so
Zoya just wants this so bad. He just wants to be over here.
I don't care about this positioning. The intro was the only thing that mattered to me. I don't need to be on this side of the screen. The right side works for me, but I just wanted to be before Duck in the trailer, man. Just kidding. I don't actually care at all.
Oh my gosh. All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
So thanks to Bakery and Zoya. Welcome back to the show in Zoya's case, but I mean, welcome to the host role as well. Bakery, good to have you guys with us. Shout out to Blizzard for selecting me for the Try Hard for Good event as one of the coaches. It's actually been a blast. So if you guys saw it yesterday and want to see more or have not seen any of that yet, I'm going to be doing another session of Try Hard for Good coaching with Skara. Should be about half an hour after the show ends, so if you're watching live, you can check it out, but it should be fun.
Well, guys, it's really simple. I'm super excited about Heroes 2.0. I'm super excited about TownHall Heroes. We're just called 2.0 for the ease of things because it feels like a new era of the show. It feels like the dream. When we started this, one of the things Zoya, Kubi, myself, we always said was like, we want the show, but we also want regular pros, and one from NA and one from EU. That's the dream. And although Dunk's retired, he's one of the most brilliant minds in the entire game. We've got Bakery, like the fucking god of Europe, like honestly, like one of the most
and one of the average minds in the game.
Thanks, Zoya. Appreciate it.
And now we've got Zoya back as well, who honestly, I have so much fun every time he's on the show. Zoya makes me laugh more than anybody in the world. And this is like the dream for me for TownHall Heroes. This is the perfect roster for everything moving forward. I'm so freaking excited. Each week, we're still going to bring on guests. It's not like we're saying guests are never going to be a thing. We're definitely going to have guests on the show, especially going to try to target them. So like, when Genji, when he's starting to get figured out and he gets played in a tournament, maybe we'll bring Snitch on or something like that to talk about Genji, right?
Yes,
you're serious.
And the sort of that. So it's going to be a fun time moving forward. 2.0 really feels like a new era for Heroes of the Storm. That's going to do it for us this week. We're going to throw it to the intro one final time, and we'll see you next week. GG's. Welcome here to TownHall Heroes.